Hey everyone, welcome back. In our last video, we made inferences about a population using a sample. Today, we're going to be looking at comparing two populations. So we're going to have two samples, and then we're going to see if we can find some valid inferences or statements to make about the population. So in this example, a video company randomly selected male and female subscribers and asked them what their preferred genre of TV show was. So the three genres we have here are comedy, drama, and action. Personally, action is my favorite. And we are representing men and women. The men, we're looking at our key, are the darker bars, and then the women are what looks like the striped bars. Now, before we look at any of these statements, the first thing that I always do when working with any bar graph is labeling all the bars at the top with the numbers. Since we're going to have to be making calculations like we did before, these numbers will help us out later on. So let's go ahead and start with comedy with the first one. So we have 24 here, so that's 24 men chose comedy. And then for women, it's between 15 and 18, but it's a little closer to 15, so that's going to be 16 women chose comedy as their favorite genre. For drama, for men, it's between 9 and 12, but it's closer to 12, so we're going to go with 11. And for the women, we have 27. And then for action, for men, we have 15. And for women, it's between 6 and 9. It's closer to 6, so we're going to go with 7. Just by labeling those and looking at the bars, you can actually start making some inferences about the two populations right now. But we're going to look at some statements. So based on the information in the graph, indicate which inferences are valid about the general population of men and women and the genre of TV shows they prefer. And we're going to use a check or an X like we did last time. So our first statement says more men prefer action TV shows than women. So here we're comparing the two populations and we're looking at one genre. We're looking at action. So I'm going to go ahead and circle action here. We're just looking at that right now. So looking at this, we just have to look at the bars. We can see them visually. We already have them labeled. And more men do prefer action shows. We can make that is a valid inference based on this sample. Okay, remember my check marks are backwards because I am left-handed. Now let's look at the next statement. Actually, I'm going to do this. There we go. Next statement. Women prefer drama TV shows more than comedy and action combined. So this one, we're just staying with the women population, but we are looking at the different genres between them. So we're looking at drama, comedy, and action. So I already have the bars labeled, so I'm also going to write the numbers in my statement here. So for drama, for women, remember it's the striped one, we have 27. For comedy, we have 16, and for action, we have 7. Now, it says more than, and drama is higher out of these two, but at the end, it says combined, so we have to make sure that we add these together first. 16 plus 7 gives us 23. And so even when we do that, we can see that women do prefer, based on this sample, do prefer drama more than comedy and action combined. So this is also a valid statement for that population. Last statement. Women prefer drama TV shows twice as much as men do. So now we're back to comparing the men and the women, and we're looking at drama. So I'm going to go over here and circle the drama. We're looking at that one. And it has the number twice. In our last video, we had the word half, which means divided by 2. Here we have twice, which means times 2. So the way I would do this is I would look at which one's smaller. The men do have less. So let's see, they have 11. So let's see what twice 11 is. 11 times 2 is 22. And let's see if that's equal to the women. The women, 27 people chose that. So actually it's more than twice as much. So this statement, since it says twice as much, it's not a valid inference to make about the general population. So this has kind of been a review on what we did about inferences from a sample and a population, but this time we compared populations. So you're just taking it one step further, but using the same